What's going on, everyone? Welcome. This is the Warehouse Series, and this is Discord Friday. Guys, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate my subscribers. I appreciate my Discord members and the people that take time out of their day to help out new selectors over there. Guys, if you are a brand new selector and you're just finding my channel, you need to join Discord. Download the app for free, and then you just click one of my links for free on any of my videos and come over and join that. Thumbs up, and if you guys want to help support the channel by donating to Venmo, you know I appreciate it. I've had some donations as of lately, and it's much appreciated. So let's get on. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to go over about 6 pictures that were on Discord. And then I'm going to end with my order because I'm throwing in the warehouse again because I'm working overtime and this is my channel, so you guys need to see my work. All right, so this one right here, someone posted this day one on my own. So they had their training time and then they was day one on their own. We got 3 pallets sideways. You're doing a really fantastic job for your first day. And this is how you want to do this, just straight up and down column stacking, guys. You get away with this stuff in produce. We got nice big heavy boxes that are more, wide, so they're not going to tip over as easy. Even your back pallet, you got a small pallet, you definitely want to just hurry up and column stack that and get it over with. You're going to bank a lot of time that way. But when you have orders like this, you should be smoking them. So I do want to say something though. Let's say you didn't have all these bigger cases here. Let's say you had a different type of order. Maybe you just got a few of these. Keep your open boxes together. So whether it's on one pallet, maybe you just want to stack them on one pallet, keep all your open boxes together, and then put more solid boxes on them. I don't know how you want to do it, but if you did not have a lot of these apples that have a solid top on, because you want to build on the solid tops. You don't want to build on these cuties, so you don't want to spread them around the pallet if you don't have a lot of things to put on top of them. You want to try to keep them together. I hope that makes sense. But the way you have this order is perfect. If you have less of all the solid boxes, then you want to try to keep the open boxes together. That's all I need to say about that one. This one right here, someone said, what do you think about my base? I think your base is perfect. We got a freezer pallet here. I say look for 2 things on a base. Nice tie-ins and solid corners. And we got nice tie-ins and we have solid corners. Right here, we got a little bit lower of a corner, a little bit higher. All what I do is I look for 2 cases that are just off and I swap them around and I'm going to be level again on that corner. I'm going to show you what I mean later on whenever I show you some of my pictures on my dog food order I did. But beautiful base. This is how you want to build your bases, guys. Nice strong corners and nice and tied in. Let's get on to the next one. Right here, I called this zero thinking because, guys, all same case. 2 rows of the same case, all same case, all same case, all same case. When you have all like bulk like this going out, you should be flying through these orders. These orders should be as easy as they come. All right, zero thinking because you're not having to, stack like crazy, thinking what's going to match up with what. All the same case. And it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. It looks like we had a forklift to put this on. Possibly because we got a breaker pallet there, but this looks like all the same product. If you're allowed to do that at your warehouse, by all means, do it. Hey, grab a forklift real quick. Hey, can you throw this up on here real quick? It's like, and you're just going to save yourself a lot of time. Same case, same case, same case. Zero thinking. You should be able to blast these orders out. All right, this one right here was Cole Wolf. He put that he had 30 minutes, 4 hours, and somebody said easy. Now, I agree, it's easy stacking, but this is what I was trying to talk about in the video I put out where I put level 10, and someone left in the comments saying, oh, well, we get blah, blah, blah for that X amount of cases. Guys, you cannot, I tell this 1,000 times on this channel, you cannot compare this order to an order at my warehouse. I cannot compare, even though we have the same product, because he's doing this in 4 hours and we're doing this in 9 hours. So the travel time is going to be a heck of a lot more. So if I were to say, oh, wow, your warehouse stinks, we get, 45 minutes to do that order. Well, it's because we have a lot more travel time. There's so many different variables that go into selecting an order like this at one warehouse from the other. You can never, ever in a million years look at this and look at his credentials on like how many minutes he did, how many cases, because it's totally different. So that's 15 minutes per pallet. You got to move. All right, you got to move. You definitely got to move if you want to make that time. So obviously, if he made his times on this, it's easy stacking because he crushed it. It's perfectly done, but they don't give you much time to do it. This one here, someone said, "Is there, can you help, or whatever? Can you tell me what to do differently?" Your pallet's perfect. You're in the freezer. It's not that big of a pallet, so you can get away with column stacking. You got your cases on their sides down here. If that works, note it down. I always tell new selectors, don't be afraid to have a piece of paper and a pencil, not just for delayed times, but to take notes. Because if these cases are sideways and it's filling up my pallet perfectly, then maybe I'll write that down. Maybe I'll write down that two of these pizzas, height-wise, maybe they line up with this or whatever. Just take notes down, and when something works, stick to it. And then you start to learn your warehouse. Well, I got these, and I know that 90% of the orders I get X case, and that's going to fit with this. It's weird, but you start to learn your warehouse over time. I hear too many new selectors over on Discord freaking out on month 1, month 2, month 3. You need to just take a deep breath and just keep doing what you're doing. They give you time to progress in the warehouse. So yeah, don't get too discouraged with that. So this is the last picture we're going to look at. Then we're going to look at my dog food order I did. Great dairy, just beautifully done. A couple slip sheets in here. If you're going to use slip sheets on a dairy order, around these juices is where you want to use them. It's just going to help stabilize the pallet. And guys, what do I say? When you establish a base, you can column stack, and we column stacked all the dairy on top of it. This is perfectly done, and you establish that nice strong base, and this is where you gain more time back, is because you're just not thinking. You're not thinking when you column stack, and you could definitely get away with it. So I can only see partial of the back pallet, but definitely 2 great dairy pallets. All right, so this is, once again, I'm putting this up here, but this could be so different for someone else. I had 153 cases. I put 153 cases at 26 locations. I had half the warehouse. Instead of sitting there counting all the aisles, I just put half the warehouse. So I probably traveled 12 aisles. I'm just throwing a number out there, 10 to 12 aisles probably, but half the warehouse I traveled for this order. So I'm going to have a lot more travel time, 48.2 minutes. This same scenario at Cold Wolf's warehouse might be 30 minutes or 31 minutes because he's got less travel time. And I did it in 43 minutes. I was actually kicking butt on this order until I got to our one aisle and I turned the corner and there's like 8 selectors all in one area, and I had to get past them, and I had to, so I ended up slowing down. I should have been up more than 10 minutes on this order, but I wasted a little bit of time. And everyone's going to sit here, yeah, if I was a regular selector, I would turn in delay time. 5-minute delay and 68-hour congestion, I would definitely turn that in. But guys, I only throw a few hours on overtime. I'm not worried about my times. I'm not worried about incentive. I build up a little bit of time and then I burn it. I'm just a different style selector when it comes to that because I don't throw every day, so that is that. So let's get to it. So here's the start of my order. I started off with tidy cats in the back, nice strong back. I got these tidy cats. I put buckets up front. And then I started getting bakery bags. I put these back here because I didn't want to force cases up here. I have a 2-pallet order. I knew where I was ending at, so I knew I was going to have some lighter cases coming that I could stack on this back pallet. So with that being said, guys, right there, tidy cats. Now those cat litters in the middle. All right, I'm not putting them on the corner. They're in the middle. Let's get to my second set of pictures. Now right here's the high and low I was talking about. So this first picture is what I did. I threw this case. I got this case first, so I threw that on top of the tidy cats because I'm not a fan of having a small case on my corner. But then I got this case. I put it down and I immediately grabbed it and swapped it around. So that's what I'm talking about. We got a lower corner, a higher inside. If you get a high case and a low case, swap them around and you're going to be level again. So I immediately took note of that, and then I had to change it back so I could take a picture of it and put it back again. So I do waste time on the orders, guys. So, I gained 5 minutes on this order. I could probably gain 10, 15 minutes if I didn't hit traffic and if I wasn't stopping to take pictures all the time. But it is what it is. I really don't care. Like I said, I'm not making incentive. I just want to make my time. Guys, you can see right here, I got dog foods after the bakery bags. And what did I do? I column stack the bags until I get level. I am not forcing a tie-in until I get level. When I get level, I will tie in. So that is the biggest problem people do is they would have took maybe one bakery bag this way, one bakery bag this way, and then they get this hole in the middle that they can't fit anything. Do not force tie-ins. Column stack until you get level. Now you can see right here, I'm starting to get boxes. I'm stacking them towards the front of my jack because they're small, they're lighter, weaker boxes. And I always always in this part of the warehouse, in this aisle, I leave a hole in the middle of my pallet for these slippery cases because you usually always get them. So with that being said, let's get on to the next picture. Guys, this is towards the completion. Like I said, I just took a couple pictures of these. Holes in here, not worried about it. I got all bigger cases. This is the back of that pallet, of my back pallet. I got all lighter cases. I got 2 cases on their sides. My rule of thumb with these is if it's all lightweight on top and midway up. If it was midway down, I would not put these cases on their sides. I needed that big heavy case on its side to help bring some weight back into this hole because as you can see, I have a column. If I would have stuck it straight up, it would have just been rocking. This was a long Vanity Fair. It wasn't fitting this way, so I had to run it the opposite direction. All right, guys, right here is the side of both pallets completed. It was not a full cube. I forgot to put the cube on there. It was 100, I don't remember. I think it was like 118 cube. Our full cubes are like 128 or something like that. So it wasn't a full, 2 cubes. But as you can see right here, guys, nice solid base, columns, we tied in a little bit back here on my back because the back is strong and, I need that back to be stronger. But solid base, and then we can get away with some column stacking. Pop-Tarts, slight dip in because I have a higher corner. I always think I want my higher corner because I want that slight dip in. I don't want these Pop-Tarts dipping out because then I'm going to have a problem. And then just tying in this back corner, back here, guys, light cases, and you just column stack them. Now these bounties right here, I guarantee people would have had them down here on their sides. If you put even a case of cereal on top of these bounties, they're gonna crush. I kept mine upright. So let's take a look at the next picture. We got a few more pictures left. This is the side view of my front pallet. As you can see, my buckets, my tidy cats. I was close to the rack, so I sort of took that picture. I was holding up my phone to take the picture. Tidy cats in the middle, bigger cases on the outside, guys, smaller cases on the inside. It's as simple as that. All right, guys, and as you can see, I'm in the wrap machine here. I tried to get the front view of both pallets. Up at the wrap machine, there's more people on the dock. I'm trying to be discreet about taking these pictures, but you can see nice and spaced out, solid base, and just another slippery case in the middle. Back pallet, simplistic, straight up. So that is the final result of the order I did. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Discord Friday. Like I said, I'll be throwing, so I'm going to be throwing a lot more separate videos in my orders. No more video taking in the warehouse for me. I've said where I worked and all that, and, I think I have enough videos out. I enjoy breaking down other people's stuff, and I know that a lot of you have not watched my videos because a lot of my videos have high counts except for the ones where I'm selecting in the warehouse. So you guys are not seeing them. All right, the ones where I select in the warehouse are very low viewed. So I know you guys aren't seeing them. I have plenty of them up there. There's like probably 6 or 7 of them up there of me selecting the warehouse. So go check out my playlist with my orders, where it says my videos and my pictures breakdown. So that's it, guys. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.